Hello, crafty friends. My name is Alicia, but as always, you can call me Crafty Al. I almost forgot how to start a live stream. Welcome to everybody who is already here with me over in the live chat. Make sure to say hey and where you are watching from. And if you are here on replay, let me know where you're watching from down in the comment section below. Also, I do have a poll up for our live chatters. Have you gotten crafty with the February 2026 Sheetload of Cards? Yes, multiple sets. Yes, one set. Yes, some single cards, or not yet. So if you're here live, let us know your answer over there. And if you're on replay, let us know your answer in the comments. I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes to get in, and then we'll kind of get started. It is going to be an interactive live stream, so I have some questions or some design choices I'm going to need help from you to make. But before we get too far into it, a couple things. So this morning, the monthly Sheetload Showcase went live, where I share a look at all of the cards that my creative team made. So make sure to check that out if you haven't already. And if you are a die cut or paper trimmer level channel member, don't forget that midnight tonight is your deadline to play along with January's channel member challenge and be entered to win a prize. So let me know if you're a member, if you did go ahead and play along. Also, let me know what you're sipping on. I have made myself, my new thing now is making dirty sodas at home. It looks a little disgusting because of the cream, but it is a, what's in here? It's a Shirley Temple 7-Up with strawberry, pineapple, peach, and coconut syrup and a little bit of creamer. So let me know if you've ever had a dirty soda. Since I don't drink coffee, this is like my fancy Starbucks drink, but with soda. So I got a whole bunch of syrup, so I'm having fun with that. I see we got some hot tea, iced coffee, water. Way to go. I have been very bad about water. But why don't we go ahead and get into the meat of today's video. This was kind of like a last minute, hey, why don't I go live this weekend? So we are going to be playing with the February 2026 Sheetload of Cards. And if you're new to my channel, this is a free printable that I put out each month. And you can check out the debut video, which Nightbot should be sharing every once in a while over in the chat box, or I do have it linked in the description box below. But you can check out that video and find out how to download the PDF for free. I see that 8% of you, so that's probably one person, has made multiple sets. 13% so far have made one set. 8% of you have made some single cards. And you guys, 72% of you have not yet gotten crafty with the February Sheetload. So let me know if you will be crafting along today over in the chat box. Why don't we go ahead, though? Let's take a look at this month's printable. So this month's printable shows you how to make 6 A2 cards, very similar to these in front of me. And I do have the process video linked below where you can see how I made these. And today I'm going to be doing some alternative ideas or using alternative tools that I talked about in that process video. But you guys, get out your poll lights because it is time for our first poll. If you are new to my live streams, we love a poll here. So throughout my live streams, usually I will ask you oh, should I use this color or should I use this stamp? And we put our poll lights over in the chat box. So if you're a member, you have access to some more colorful ones. If you're a subscriber over in the chat box, you can bring up that emoji keyboard and start typing in POL, and it will give you a little red police siren light. So get those over there, and then I'll show you what we're going to be voting on here. I can't show my members because they just come up like this where it says purple siren, but I can show you Linda's. That is what it would look like over there for all subscribers. But let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be voting on first. Okay, so I want to know what papers you want to see me use. I guess I can leave the vellum over here. Okay. First up, we're going to call this the rainbow paper, and I'm going to switch this up. If I use this one, I'm just going to use the vellum. I'm not going to put any cardstock on top of it. it'll just be the vellum piece back there, and I'm going to do something special to the vellum if we use the rainbow. Okay, so here's the rainbow. Next up is some paper from Stampin' Up. Let me see if I can tell you what this is. Favored Flowers. And I will be using these two pieces. This will be my background, and this will be in place of the cardstock strip. And I will call this one Floral. So we have Rainbow, Floral, and our third choice. And I know this is flowers too, but I will have a different word for this, okay? This is a foiled paper there, kind of looks like chalkboard in the background, and the foil I think is similar to this color. So this will be our cardstock strip, and this option I'm calling foil. So we have rainbow, floral, or foil. And don't forget, I will get that poll ready for you. You don't have to type it over there. So let me get that ready while you kind of think about it. I'll put them left to right, how they'll go on the poll. Okay. Give me just I guess I have to end this poll first, you guys. So we'll end that. And it looks like most of you have not yet gotten crafty with the sheet load, so I hope that you will. And let me start our new poll. All righty, I will give you guys 2 minutes to get your votes in on that. Which reminds me, I don't have my Stream Deck hooked up to be able to do my timer. So I'll have to do a little timer on my phone. So get your votes in. I will play a little music for you. Sorry, I'm trying to mess with my timers, guys. So we're going to do rainbow, floral, or foil. We got about 45 seconds left. All right, you guys, My timer never went off correctly. It just was the stop playing one, but the 2 minutes is up. So get in the votes if you have not yet already. And I do want to say welcome to membership to Stephanie. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for becoming a member. Make sure when you're done here today that you check out the membership tab on my channel. Scroll down a little bit and then you'll see all of the links to the latest perks. So I hope you enjoy being a member. Let's go ahead here, take a look, one final look at what we voted on, and drum roll, please. Give me a drum roll in the chat. Let's see which one is the winner. I'm still waiting. It's not popping up on my... Oh no, you guys, all I saw was something had 55%. But I did not... Oh, there it is. There it is. Floral. So the middle one, 55% of the vote. So this is what I will be working with today. Yay. So pretty much if you look at the cutting sheet, I will cut the floral like it shows our pattern paper here. But then when I go to the cardstock, I will be using this piece in place. So I won't need a whole lot of that one. So I forgot to look and see if you are crafting along today or not. And a heads up that while I'm crafting, if you have any questions that you need me, please type Crafty Al in all, or question in all caps in front of your message. And if it's you need to get my attention, like my camera's not working right or my sound went off, then you can type Crafty Al in all caps. Oh, and yes, definitely. Thank you for the reminder, Adelheid. Do not forget to give this video your stamp of approval by smashing that like button. And maybe if you have a crafty friend who you know is just hanging out, needing something to do today, you can share this link with them. All right, and now, so I cut this to the 5 1/4 tall. I won't go over too many of the directions while I'm working today, just because I do have that full process video that you can check out with lots of great tips. And again, do not forget to check out all of the creative team members' videos because they all have their own unique spin on them. And I did see, let's see, Justine, Reagan, Carmen. Did I miss any other creative team members in the chat? All right, so Arlene is making cards today. Fabulous. So here we have our backgrounds. And now, when I go to cut this, I need pieces that are 4 1/4 inches wide. So I'm just going to cut one strip and then cut those into 6 2-inch tall pieces. And that would actually be exactly what I need for my 6 cards. Now, because I will be cutting these in 2-inch sections and I need the entire 12 inches, I am going to do, or not do, what I call generous cuts. I'm going to cut it right at 2 inches, if not a hair under, because I will be, you know, tearing. I'm not going to tear today, but I will be cutting these down a little bit, and I'll show you what I'm going to use. Oh, and I forgot to mention, at the end of the live stream, I will be giving away one of the cards I make, so you'll want to stick around. You have some happy mail coming your way, maybe. All right. And before I put away the trimmer, I'm going to get out a piece of vellum. And the vellum I will be cutting just like it shows on the original print. These will be 3 1/4 tall, and I'm just stacking these on top of each other to make this go a little bit quicker. I do have an alarm set for about an hour, and once that's up, whatever cards I have made, I'll stop. And if they're not all 6 done, I will just finish those off camera. So now you could definitely just stop right here if you wanted. Now you might have wanted to cut these to the smaller dimension, but if you don't want to tear or do a fancy edge, you could just like right there, which that looks good as well. But I am going to add a border, you guys. On the printable, it does show each of those pieces torn, and that's why we did them the full size. If you do want to just cut them down to the size they're going to be on the card, I do give instructions how to do that on that second sheet. But I today, instead of tearing or using the Tim Holtz Deckle trimmer, I will be using the Spellbinders, what are they called? Torn Paper Edges dies. They have 2 that look like torn paper, and then one's like a notebook edge. And I'm just going to grab one of these to use. And I will be bringing my big die cutter because I think I'll need this one. But then you can watch me do that. So all I'm going to do, we're going to take about 1/4 inch off the top and bottom of each of these pieces. So I'm just eyeballing it here. And I'm going to use a piece of Scotch removable tape, and I will use this same piece of tape until it just loses its sticky or it gets torn apart. Let me know who else loves their Scotch removable tape. I thought for a little bit that it was going to go out of production, so I found not a crafty place online to buy it, some random place, and I bought like 15 rolls because I do not want to be without it. And then I'll move this to the other side and do that same thing. Jolie has a question. What type of vellum do I use? So I believe it's made by Mina, and I have 3 different weights. I have, what is it? 17, 20. Oh, but let me see here. 17, 28, and 36 pound. What I'm using today and what I use most often is the 28 pound vellum. And I think it might be linked in the description box. I am not 100% certain. And here then, ooh, I like that torn edge. So let me show you my original cards. So here is one that's actually torn. And then here's one with that edge. I really like that. And I see a lot of you like the Scotch removable tape. It is my favorite. And yes, Carol, it was very hard to get for a while. What I do, they used to sell it, you know, in the little package where it had the tear off thing, but I just buy the refill boxes, and I have a special little tape holder here for it. I'm going to cut a couple more of these and then move on to the vellum, just in case I run out of time. I want to at least get one card done, the one that I'm going to give away later. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Carmen, for checking. Carmen says the vellum is linked in the description. Thank you so much. And as always, many of the links in the description box are affiliate links, which means I might make a small portion of that sale at no extra cost to you. And it is always so appreciated when you use those, even if you're not going to buy, like, let's say you have to buy something at Amazon, but you don't necessarily want this vellum. You can use any of my Amazon links and then just go to whatever you want to buy. And then Amazon, it's like 1%. Usually it's not very much, but it adds up. But, you know, or Tailored Expressions is different. But like if you go to scrapbook.com or Simon Says Stamp and use one of any of my links there, then I get a portion of that sale. I really like that. And this die set is linked down there too. I do know that because I made sure this morning. What I probably could have done is used both of the torn edge dies and just ran it through once, but I wanted a little bit more uniform because I think the other die is a little deeper. And see, I can, even though that tape tore a little bit, I'm continuing to use it until it's too little to use. Or sometimes if there's enough pressure, it will actually like kind of break on here. Then I would not use it anymore. So I'm going to cut 3 pieces of vellum too. Oh, and speaking of happy mail from me, earlier this week, I did send out almost all of the, let's see, the tags from Advent, the bubblegum bonus prizes from Advent, and the Advent calendars themselves. So if you won one of those, keep an eye out on your mailbox. I do have one friend that I had to reach out to because the post office told me that the address they gave me was not valid. So if you won something and your name's Nicole, please check your email. I need to verify that so I can get it out to you. I had to bring that one back home. And thank you to everybody who contributed to the shipping fund during December, because you guys, like, I haven't even sent them all out because I have that final one and it was $200 already. So thank you again for your help with the donations and the super chats to help send all of that out. Oh, yay. Linda received her tag. Awesome. I can't remember. I think maybe it was Dawn she got one of the tags with googly eyes. Oh, yeah, the little worm with the googly eyes. And one of the googly eyes broke in the envelope, you guys. So now I think she's going to have to make it an eye patch. It's like its pupil fell out of the plastic part. All right, I've got 3 vellums. Now I'm going to go do a stamp of approval check. Let's see where we're at. So I have 47 of you watching. Sorry, no, 79 of you watching and only 47 thumbs ups. Can we get that to 75? Can you smash that like button? It's free, quick, easy. Just click that thumbs up right underneath this video. That helps it get out to others who might like to come and join us as well. All right. I'm going to put that back in here. And I just put I take that piece of tape, and then I usually just have some I save here. That one is pretty, I bet that won't go through many more times, but I do save it and just use it for the next time I do die cutting. Okay. I think for now, I'm going to set this to the side because, guys, it is time once again, I believe. Well, you know what? Let's put the pattern papers. I actually do still need that die cutter out. But I was going to have you guys help me pick sentiment set, but I think we'll wait until we get the cards put together. And that way we'll have a better idea of what might go with the card itself. So on my original cards, I used twine, actual twine there, but I had shown you that I had this die on order. And I know Yvette used it on her set, and some other of my team members might have as well. But it is a die cut that looks like twine. It's one piece here, and then you make two of them so you can wrap them around either side. So I'm going to be using this in place of the twine. And I am thinking, guys, I want to bring in some of that green for my thread. So I'm going to bring in, this is my Tailored Expressions cardstock ring, and I'm just going to find a dark green that kind of matches that. I think Brussels sprout. So I'm going to see if I have any scraps of that. Oh, thank you to Arlene. She has given a thumbs up on both of her accounts. Thank you. And Vicky has smashed the button twice. Yay. Thank you so much, you guys. And Reagan said she's a different company's die, but same concept. Awesome. Yeah, I knew others had something similar, but I couldn't remember. Brussels sprout. So in case you're curious, I'm going to show you how I store my cardstocks and inks. So you did just see my ring here of cardstocks, and this usually just hangs right over there in the corner. I have like a, what is that called? Where you can easily remove the tags. It has that pull strip. I can't remember. But I just have a little hook there, so I get it down when I need to get some cardstock. This ring, I put this in color order. Okay, but when I store my cardstock, besides the neutrals like the blacks, grays, and browns, but when I store my cardstocks, I store them in alphabetical order. That way, when I go to put them back later, I know exactly where poblano pepper should go. Instead of having to say, oh, it goes between black licorice and whatever the other cardstock is, it's in alphabetical order. So for me, that works great. I do the same thing with my inks. They are in my carousels alphabetically. So I need Brussels sprout. So it's here at the beginning. And I'm just going to pull out just some of the scraps. I keep my scraps in the front of those. And with this, I need 2 of these for each card. Command hook. Yes, Carol. Thank you. Command hook. Yes. Where you pull that down. Yes. Thank you. I should have known that. I love command hooks. Anybody else? I'm going to put this stuff off to the side. And then I'm just going to cut from here to get my little twine. All right, guys. Look at that. So now this can go on the card front, and you can adjust it wherever you want the circle to go, because that's going to be covered up by the sentiment, but you can center it, you can put it to the left, you can put it to the right, but then you just cut a second one to go the opposite way. And I'm going to run this backward and forward. It did come out pretty cleanly, but I'm going to see if this is even a little bit better. Pam has a question. Thank you for putting the question in all caps. And just, you know, the question is a part that has to be in all caps. The rest of your message doesn't have to, but that way, if it's capital, that definitely helps me find it. So Pam wants to know, what size scraps do I keep, even small ones for sentiment? So I would say I used to keep, because this is my TE cardstock, so it's more expensive, I used to keep every single little bit. I don't do that anymore. Like, I will keep something like this, but I would say the smallest I keep, it might be like an inch, like 1 inch by 4 inch. I know this one's longer, but I would keep just a teen, like before I would have kept something like this size right here, and I probably wouldn't do that anymore, except during Advent. I do keep every little bitty scrap then when I'm doing that series, because I have all those little dies, so it's easy. And then Holly says, what is that die called? Holly, I'm going to assume that you're meaning this one, and I do have this linked, Holly, down in the description box below underneath related products, under Spellbinders, and it's called Sealed Twine. Like, I probably will keep this for little bitty things. After I just said I wouldn't keep that size. I just put it right in front. I'll pull that out and I'll show you. So all of my cardstock are in little project jackets, I think they're called. And I label the color, and then I just put the scraps right down in the front. I just keep them here. And it just gets put right back in with the other ones. All right, now I'm just going to cut more of these. So this is going to take a little bit longer since I have to have 2 for each one. Will this fit? Oh no, a little bit too. Let me try that. I do like to make the most of my cardstock because I'm not rolling in the money. Oh, now I did let you guys know, we talked about at the end of Advent, at the beginning of the year, how I was going to do my wish list for crafty purchases because I was trying to cut back. Is anybody else cutting back this year? How have you done? I was doing really, really good, you guys. I did not buy anything in January, I don't think. And then I bought a couple little things in like early on in February, but I'm doing a virtual Stamp Joy in March. It's an online event that Tailored Expressions puts on. And they just came out with their supply list this week of like things that you would have to have something similar or have to provide yourself. And I did spend some money, but I knew that I would be spending for virtual Stamp Joy. So I'm calling that okay. But otherwise, I've done really good. Let me know how you've been doing. Okay. And Polly said, aren't I going to cut off the end anyway? Very good point. And I think if I would have put these on like sticker sheets, you're right, I could have went littler, but I will actually be using the whole thing, and I'm going to be putting adhesive on this as I wrap it around the back to help everything stay in place. But if you would put, double-sided adhesive sheets on the back of your cardstock before cutting, then you could definitely not cut the whole thing because it would already be sticky. But I don't want to have to worry about getting my glue right on these little lines, so I'm just going to wrap it around the back and adhere it with that. But otherwise, yes. Oh, Leanne said that she signed up, where was it at? For the combo club from Tailored Expressions. That was one of the hard decisions I had to make, you guys. I have not missed a year since I started Combo Club, but I was really trying to be good in my spending. And can you believe it? I did not sign up. I did not. But I cannot wait to see. I might, if they're really good, if I might do like the last 3 months, because you can do 3 months or 6 months. So, if I feel like I missed out, I might sign up for those last 6 months or last 3 months. Sorry. Is anybody here going to virtual stamp joy? If so, put VSJ in all caps over there in the chat. I am actually doing a virtual stamp joy in person with my sister-in-law, and then my sister-in-law's mom and my nephew's girlfriend and one of my sister-in-law's friend. And we are meeting up in Pella, Iowa at like an Airbnb type place that has a special like a little shed or some kind of room where it's like set up perfectly for crafting. Carmen has been doing really good on spending until today. Yeah, it's sometimes they get you. Sometimes they get you. Carrie is virtual stamp joy and the 6-month combo club. Awesome. And Arlene says, what is a virtual stamp joy? So Stamp Joy is a crafty event that Tailored Expressions puts on in person each year in Des Moines, but they also have a virtual option. And I think, man, we signed up. When did we sign up, you guys? It was like in November when we had to sign up, and the stuff just like shipped. So we got to see the packets and what we'll have to work with just very recently here. And Polly, I think I just answered your question. It was Tailored Expressions. Oh, and Polly, too, said that she's cutting back on buying craft supplies and did really good in January and doing pretty good in February. Awesome. Because I know that we all have so much stuff, we probably never need to buy anything again. But I do know that it's tempting with all the new crafty goodies that comes out. Ooh, Reagan. That was great. Oh, no, I don't know where it went. Reagan made some bank last week at a craft fair. Excellent. One, two, three, four. Okay. I think I only need to cut one more of these, you guys, to get my 3 cards done. I know, speaking of craft fairs, Danny has one coming up, so let's hope she does just as well. I will not be keeping these scraps. I will draw the line at those. All right, so I'm going to bring in some card bases. And I'm just going to use white just to keep it nice and simple. And I already have these made. Christine asks, what is the weight of the paper I'm using? Christine, if it's the TE cardstock, I don't really know. Theirs is all pretty uniform. If you want to check out their website, I just use the Brussels sprout. For my card bases, I believe this is the 110 pound. And then the pattern paper, I don't know either. I don't know if that package says. It was a Stampin' Up paper. Carmen can correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not see a weight on the back of this, but it is a nice thick pattern paper. I don't think there's any direction on this. Is anybody, okay, speaking of crafty events, is anybody going to, oh my goodness, whoa, hold the presses, well, wait, no. Okay. No, never mind. I was thinking I needed to wrap the fake twine around that, but no, I just need to do it across the center. Is anybody going to Craft Roulette Live, either in person or virtually? Because I know that was recently that I signed up for that. So if you are, put CRL in all caps over in the chat. Yes, Angie, I know I will see you there. And Reagan is going awesome. And then Linda's in person. Awesome. And then another Linda wants to attend a virtual. Yeah, so they have quite a few virtual tickets left, I think. And I think only 13 more in person. So head over to probably Craft Roulette. And then I bet they have something on their page to go to the event. It's in Kansas City in August. It's a little bit later this year because of the big, is it the World Cup is going to be there, and it was going to be super expensive to stay in a hotel any earlier, like when they had it this year. Okay, let's bring in these. I think I'll go ahead and adhere these pieces together, the pattern paper to the vellum, and then I'll put this behind both of those. And I'm just going to bring in my Scor-Buddy so I have a ledge down here to get the sides aligned. Yeah. If you're coming in a little bit late, don't forget to smash the like button, or as we call it here, the stamp of approval. Oh, upside down. Okay, Carmen has answered. Stampin' Up! DSP is about 100 pound. Thank you, Carmen. I see somebody wants to know where Reagan's channel is. If you can't find it, oh, it might not be up yet. I do always share team members' channels on my community tab on the 15th, but I don't know if I schedule them throughout the day. So Reagan's might not be up yet. But if you visit any of my SheetLoad debut or process videos, her videos are always linked in the description box. Okay, some of the pattern paper was a little bit longer than my vellum, so I'm just going to trim that off. Okay, now I have to decide. Am I going to put, I'm not going to use this sentiment necessarily, but I'm just going to bring in one of the leftovers I had. So should we do the sentiment left, centered, or more on the right? Let's do poll. Get your poll lights out, guys, and go ahead and take a sip of your beverage. All right. So these will of course be on there. So we'll have our twine. Are we going to have it to the left? Are we going to center it or put it on the right? So all of my original cards, I did center it. But the cool thing about this is you can move it left to right. You're just going to, center whatever your focal point is over that circle. So let me get a poll ready. Great. All right, I'll give you a couple minutes to do that. I'm just going to look at what time it is because I do not have my timer set up correctly. So get that in. And Island Gal said, thanks to this month's SheetLoad, she found a whole 12 by 12 iris box of colored vellum she had forgotten about. Awesome. Yay. Let's play a little music while you get your poll answered. All right, guys, make sure to smash that thumbs up, the like button, give this video your stamp of approval if you have not yet already. And let's find out which option won for our latest poll. All righty, it is 61% to the right. So it will be over here on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to use some liquid adhesive and like my tape runner just to make sure it's nice and sturdy on there. Let's see, we'll do about right here. And now I'm going to wrap this around. Get this out because it's a little bit thinner here. Now, okay, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you can kind of see one of those edges peeking out from behind there. So I'm just gonna snip that off. I'm gonna go ahead and do both sides to be careful. And then we'll get our next one ready. And when I do this one, I'm going to put that circle right over the top of the one that's already there. And wrap this around the other end. I'll go ahead. Just in case, snip these off. Okay. And I'm just going to, actually I'll leave it here so we can see it. I'm just going to leave that underneath the magnet on my magnetic glass board to let it dry nice and tightly. And speaking of which, down in the description box below, I do have a link, should have a link to Glassboard Studio, and I have a discount code there. So I was late to the magnetic glass board party, but I am in love and I use it all the time. Do the same for the other one. And one reason I wanted to try this is, I don't know about you guys, but it seems like lately at the post office, they want to charge like a package rate on just about every card you send, it seems like. So I am trying to keep everything kind of nice and flat. And one more, you guys. And then we'll figure out our sentiment. Welcome, Barbara. I just saw Barbara Rogers came in. Make sure to smash the like button and just hang out. And we're maybe halfway done. I'm trying to get at least 3 cards done before my hour timer goes off. And if you guys found my live streams through the Advent series in December, I will be back at the end of March opening up Gummy Pan's Easter Advent calendar. So I hope you'll be able to join me for that. I will have a calendar to give away courtesy of Color Me Nordic, Vivica. The pre-order for that is already over. It was over at the end of January, but she might have some extras left over once they start to ship. All right, you guys. So here it is finished. We're going to do the sentiment over to the right, we decided. And here is one I'll finish. I'll let that one continue to dry. And let me show you my options for sentiments. Yes, I agree, Linda. I am loving that Spellbinders die. I agree. Don't forget, I do have it linked below if you want to check it out. Okay. Sentiments. So let's go ahead and get out our pole lights because I'll let you help me decide what I will be using. So get those pole lights over in the chat and I will go get our options. All right, I'm going to have just two. Originally, I got out this set because I thought the color You Color Me Happy would have went well with our rainbow, but the rest of those aren't really circular. So our other options are, if you're a member, you had access to this printable. Well, this morning I quickly made myself another. You can ignore this at the top. I just didn't take it off. But I made where it's just like, hello, hey, friend, hi. Or hello, friend, hello, hi. Just multiple instead of having a wider variety of sentiments. So we'll have, let me cut this off because that's confusing. So we will have the printable, and they'll all be hello related, or the Tailored Expressions Mini to Mighty Occasions. I think I would probably do hey there. So this set comes with 3 different sizes of each of the 4 sentiments. So sometimes you're like, oh, I wish I had that sentiment in a bigger or a smaller size. Well, this fixes that. So I think I'll use the hey there in the largest size. So are we going to do printable or stamp? That will be our options here. Printable or stamp? And I will give you a couple minutes. Go ahead and get that vote in that poll. All right, get those votes in. I did see I had a couple questions that I starred. Barbara wants to know what font I use. Barbara, off the top of my head, I cannot remember. I know it was one that I got on Creative Fabric. If you want to reach out via email, I can look it up for you. But right now, I don't remember. And then Polly says she doesn't understand the poll light. So around here, Polly, we love to do polls for design decisions, or if, you know, like with this, should I use the printable or the stamp set? And I always turn on my poll light. And in the chat, the live viewers turn on their pole lights as well. So hopefully that makes a little sense. It's just something fun we do here. So let's see which, ooh, it was close. I don't know which option won, but I see a 51%. So let's see, get a little drum roll here. It was super close, you guys. Printable 51%, stamp set 49. So that barely had a winner. So we'll do the printable. And I'm going to set this to the side for now. I am just going to, let's see. I want to just slice these to make them a little smaller. So I can fit them in my die cutter. And now, ooh, I might have, let's see. You guys, I think I have another poll, and I think we're going to be running a little bit long. Okay, you guys. So for the die cuts for my sentiments, I have two different options. So the first one is just like I did with the originals, where I have kind of those deckle edge circles. So it would look kind of like, let me see if I can get this on something dark. You see how it's got like a little deckle border. So I would cut out with that. Or I also got out just some circles from my stash and a scallop. So I would do a scallop border, probably in the same color as the twine. So should I do deckle or scallop? So go ahead and get those pole lights over there. And I will get that one already. So the deckle looks more like it was torn. The scallops are just something different we can try. So get that vote in. We're going to do this one, just a quick one, okay? Maybe like a minute. Let's see. Ooh, this is another close one, you guys. It is another close one. The same exact percentages, 51 to 49, and we'll be doing the circle die with the scallop border. So, back in the die cutter. And I already ahead of time figured out which circle I was going to use. So what I did, I just flipped it over. You'll see one looks a little bit different. And we'll use the scallop for the background. I'm going to use, again, I just going to use this piece of removable tape until I can't anymore. And I am going to do one hello friend, one hello, and one hi. Kind of center that on there. And off camera later, I will finish the other 3 cards. And don't forget, if you're new to my channel or you have not downloaded the February sheet load yet, check out the debut video linked down in the description box below. And as long as you're a subscriber, you can download it for free for 2 years. And if you're a member, you will have ongoing access to it. And speaking of my members, they are our friends in the chat whose names are in green. Carmen might be under her other account. She's a member as well, but hers just might be highlighted in blue. And they support me financially each month, and then they get some perks in return. It does start as low as $1.99 a month. So if you want to check it out, if you click on the join button below this video, it does not automatically sign you up, but it shows you the different levels and the different perks. And if you see that the cheapest, oh, Stephanie, I think I'm answering your question right now. If you see that the cheapest membership is not $1.99, glue stick should be $1.99. If it is not, you are probably on an iPhone or an iPad. So you need to hop off that device and try either an Android or like a laptop or a desktop. And then it should show the correct prices, because I discovered, what was it, December 2024, that Apple was charging between $1 and $3 per month per membership, and they were taking that. So just make sure that if you look at it, that cheapest one does start at $1.99. Oh, and Barbara G said that she renewed last week. I saw a lot of people just renewed lately. Thank you so much. All right, that is that was the you need to finish up timer, because it's been like at least an hour of crafting, and I put away my die cutter and I needed that still for my scallops. So I'm just we'll just finish up these 3 cards, and then we will do the giveaway, you guys, which let's go do a stamp of approval check. How many of you have smashed that like button? Right now we have 92 thumbs ups. If we get to 100, I will give away 2 of my cards. So if you're here and you have not yet smashed that like button, please do so. Let's see. Barbara Roger. Oh, Stephanie. Not only did she become a member today, but she just upgraded to paper trimmer level. Thank you so much, Stephanie. You have just a little bit of time. So January's challenge, you have until midnight tonight to play along and enter to win a prize from that challenge. So definitely check out the membership tab, scroll down until you see my reminder about the January challenge. You could still play along and be entered to win the prize from last month. Thank you so much for upgrading. Do you have to be die cut or higher member to enter cards in the yes, into the member challenge? At the monthly live streams, which they didn't necessarily start out with a challenge and a prize, but that's what they become. You do have to be the die cut or paper trimmer to play along with that. Yes, that is correct. All right. And Barbara said, thank you very much for the card she won and the prize she won too. Very excited to receive it. Glad that you got it, Barbara. All right. I don't think, let me make sure I didn't miss any other questions. All right. Oh, yes. And Stephanie was the one who asked how she becomes a member, and she already was. Yes. Let's go ahead, and I need to die cut my scallop backgrounds. So I'm going to bring back in just the rest of this piece and see how many of these I can cut out. Thinking I can only get 2. And then Stephanie too, at the end of every month, keep an eye out on the membership tab, and I will announce when the next challenge is. And you do not have to join us live for that. You will have until the middle of March to watch it and play along. But it is always a fun time if you join live. So I do encourage that. I think I'm going to have to get out a whole sheet of Brussels sprout to cut that last one. I do not have any more scraps that are big enough, I don't think. Oh. You guys. Look at that. Yay! It fits right on there. I love it when that happens. Welcome back, Tiffany. Glad your computer woes are over. Don't forget to smash that like button. We're trying to earn 2 giveaway cards at the end of today's stream. All right, now let's put these together. I'm going to bring back in. I just love this to hold stuff in place while it dries. I'll bring this back in. And for now, I'm just going to put these flat down onto their scallop, but I might use a little bit of thin foam tape to put these on my cards, even though I'm trying to keep them nice and flat for mailing, so they don't have to do the hand cancel or like the package. I ran into that this week. Stephanie, is there a website to follow too? So I don't have a website necessarily, but as members, you have access to the monthly blogs. And so each month I add to that with the latest links. And then if you scroll to the bottom of the monthly blog, I have the links to all current and past bonuses like the printables, the cut files, that kind of stuff. And also at the top of the monthly blog is a members only email address. Please feel free to reach out to me via that email. And I usually can answer those a little bit quickly, a little bit more quicker. So yes, just reach out. If you cannot find the blog yet, my normal email address is at the bottom of the description box, and you can reach out there and ask any questions as well. Yes, Reagan says, and the vault. The SheetLoad vault or the archive. So the SheetLoad archive has links to every single SheetLoad I've put out, but it also includes the ones that are in the vault, which are over 2 years old, which are more than 2 years old. You guys, I use that vault every single month myself, and that is available on the $1.99 membership. It is so handy to just be able to go there. There's a thumbnail of each of the SheetLoads and direct download links, so you don't have to go watch the videos. If I remember, it would be my favorite perk. And I do try to put links on the membership tab throughout the month to the updated blog, but you can always just scroll down a little bit further to see those as well. All right, you guys, it is time to, I'm going to set these to the side. And bring this back in. I have my little ledge. And on this, I think what I'm going to do, this, because it is a little, it is a little bit thicker. I do not want to pop it up on foam tape, but there is some texture on the back of that because of the die cut. So I think what I'm going to do, is go ahead and put some dry adhesive at the ends and on this. But then I am going to just kind of put some of my liquid glue on there, but then I think I'm just going to kind of put it back and forth on this. Hopefully then this will stay in place. Make sure where the top is before I add this. And remember, we wanted the sentiment on the right side, so I want to make sure I do that. Just gonna put that down. And I am going to go ahead and bring this back in. Whoop. And And I'm going to use to allow this to dry a little bit extra. I got out my magnetic ruler, and that's a little bit longer. So a little bit longer, and so it can hold this in place. Okay, I'm getting to where I'm almost done here. I just have to add the sentiments once these are together, and then we'll do the giveaways. So make sure if you're not already subscribed that you go ahead and do that, because to put a comment in the chat box, you do have to be subscribed, I think, for at least 5 minutes. So go ahead and hit subscribe now so you'll have time to do that. And don't forget to smash the like button, because if we get 100 likes, then I'll give away 2 cards. We'll have 2 winners. Oh, did I miss something? Looks like Debbie said she's horrible at figuring out the member stuff for her trial membership. Couldn't figure out the vault thing and forgot to ask. And then I saw that Reagan was giving her some tips. Yes, you can join and pause and rejoin at any point. And you know, it's $1.99, and you can do, I think, credit card or PayPal. And yes, it is worth it just for that vault, even if you just stay on for a month or 2, I think. So thank you, Reagan, for helping Debbie out. Oh, and definitely anyone in my lives is helpful too. Yes, everybody is so kind in the chat. All right, you guys. Now I'm going to put some foam. Woo! These magnets are strong. I'm going to put some foam tape on the back of these. I think I'll just do like a strip at the top and a strip at the bottom, since this has a little bit of depth to it. And if you're new to my channel, you know I love my big blue rolls of foam tape. And this isn't even actually, it starts out bigger than this. This is how big the roll starts out. This is just, I get it off Amazon. I buy different widths. This one I think is a 1/2 inch. I like it. It's very economical. Diane says, where do you find the printables? So Diane, you will want to check out the monthly blog. So go to the membership tab. You might need to scroll down a little bit, and there'll be a link to the updated blog, and then scroll all the way almost to the bottom, and all of the past printables are there. If you mean the SheetLoad printable, though, you check out the debut video, which you'll want to just use the vault since you're a member. Hopefully that helped. If not, as always, reach out via email. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just put a strip at the top and then one at the bottom. Debbie said, does the foam tape come in different thicknesses, depth, not width? I think it does. Don't quote me on that, but I think you can buy it in different thicknesses. I think what I have is 1/16 of an inch, but they might also sell 1/8. Yeah, I would say this is a 1/16 of an inch. I do not think I have my link to that tape in the description box below. I will update it later. And when you go to that page, I just get on Amazon. It will show you different, like you can get black or white foam tape. It shows you definitely the widths, and I think the thicknesses as well. Okay, let's get. And then go ahead, even though I have the foam tape, I want a little bit of wiggle time so I can get it adjusted. So I'm going to put some liquid glue on there as well. And then it does not have to be centered perfectly over that. I just need to make sure I cover that up. And just a little bit. There we go, you guys. Now, I will probably add some bling before I send it out on the vellum, but there is one card done. I see a few of you mentioned you voted for the rainbow paper. I'm not going to lie. I think that probably would have been my vote as well, but really all the paper I pulled out, I love. So maybe I'll have to do a video and share the rainbow idea that I had with you. Because you know, I love a rainbow. All right, you guys, the cards are all done. I do have everything cut out to do the remaining 3, but I don't want to take up all your Sunday afternoon. So here those are. Let's see how, I haven't tried this one yet, the split screen. How about that? Here we go. Okay, there are 3 cards, you guys, and you know what? We made those together with all of the designs decisions you helped me with. So give yourselves a big pat on the back, or maybe kiss your brain if you are a Craft Roulette fan. But it is time, you guys, to give the cards away. So first, let's go see if we got to 100 thumbs ups, and then I'll give away 2. So cross your fingers. Ooh, we did, you guys. All right. We got to 106 thumbs up. Now, if you're here and you have not yet smashed that like button, go ahead and smash it. The more, the merrier. And that will also help the replay go out to more people as well. So you can keep smashing that like button, even though we did reach the 2. I am going to go get the giveaway form ready so we can find out who our lucky winners are. You have to be subscribed to my channel, at least 18 years old, and you can live anywhere in the world. Let's do that one. And I will get the giveaway tool ready. All right. If you would like to win one of the cards I made today, one time over in the chat box, I want you to type in hashtag, oops, I had a craft-a-lanch. Type in hashtag SheetLoad, hashtag SheetLoad. It does need to look exactly like it shows on screen. You need the hashtag, no spaces. If you happen to see that, oh no, I spelled it incorrectly or I added a space, retype it one time so you can get your entry. But there is no reason to spam the chat with hashtag SheetLoad because each username does only get one entry. And I will give you about another minute and a half and play some music. Get those last hashtag sheet loads in over there. I will tell you after I draw both of the names how you will claim those if your name comes up. Do know that if your name does come up as one of the winners, you do have to fill out a form. And again, I will tell you after the names are selected how to do that. Just make sure that you remember what it says your username is on screen. So everybody cross your fingers. Good luck to everyone. And our first winner will be Anna. Congratulations. Again, make sure to remember what it says your username is on screen there. And let's go ahead and find out who our second winner is. Good luck to everyone. And just know you might not see your name on screen, but everybody's name was entered. They just show a couple hands full of the entrants. Congratulations to Ilka. Awesome. So Anna and Ilka. Oops, I need to remove that. We'll go to that again. Congratulations to both of you. Down at the bottom of the description box below is a Google form that you will need to fill out. You have 24 hours, so I would suggest doing it right when we're done so you don't forget. You'll need to know the username it's set on screen, and you'll need to know which stream this was, and then describe the card. So you can just say the February sheet load live, and then the floral with the green scallop or something. Just kind of, that helps me when I go to send them out, which I will sometime in, probably end of February. I will get these out, but it just helps me if I have a lot of stuff to send out. When you do that description, then it's easier for me to find out what I owe you. So you can fill that out, submit it. And thank you to everybody who was here. I wish I had a card to give to all. I think 43 of you entered to win it. I wish I had a card for each of you. Don't forget, if you are a member, that you have until midnight tonight. I'll give you a little behind the scenes. The form won't actually shut off until tomorrow at noon. So if you run out of time and you're a die cut or paper trimmer level channel member, you can enter the January challenge still. For a fun prize that you can win. So I hope that you'll do that. I think last I looked, there were like 17 or 18. So hopefully we'll see some more friends play along. Hopefully I'll be able to come back sometime later this month and do another live stream. I always love these, and I hope that you do too. And any final questions? I see you're all congratulating our winners. Thank you so much for doing that. Any final questions? I don't know. Here, let me see if I can pull up. Angie said, Jason said that if she had won it, they would take me out to lunch tomorrow instead of having you mail it. Hey, that'd be much. That would have been like a good, that would have worked out well in my favor, right? Are you guys coming to Omaha or something for lunch? Angie and her husband live just like, what is it, 45 minutes away, depending what route you take from me here in Nebraska. So that is awesome. Debbie says, what? When you set your deadlines, are they central? Yes. So anytime that I do anything, because I am in the central time zone, they are in central. Oh, Chris loves my rainbow earrings. Thank you, Chris. I just picked out some of my rainbows for today. And Vicky, I love spending time with you all as well. Oh, you have, day off for President's Day tomorrow. That is right. Well, if anybody else has it off, I hope you enjoy it. I don't know yet what I'm going to do tomorrow. I guess since it's President's Day, my husband is probably off too. I have not checked. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be making videos if he doesn't want to do anything. So, all right, guys, I don't think I see any final questions. Again, thank you so much to everybody who joined me today. It's always fun to get together with you. And until my next video, you guys, which will be on the 20th, with the Oh So Inspired, the collaboration hop. Make sure to come back by for that, see what I made and see what everybody else was inspired to make. But until then, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye, guys.